two of the most common emotions that stem from these automatic thoughts are fear and anger, and those first tee jitters, and you're thinking about all the wrong things, and you're standing over that 3-foot putt to win the match. You have all these negative emotions that are a result of the negative thoughts. So I said, you know what golfers need to do is they need to learn how to eliminate these ants, or these automatic negative thoughts. And it's all communication based. So it talks about what not to say, things like don't go in the woods and don't go out of bounds, because all your subconscious responds to when it hears that is go in the woods or go out of bounds or go in the water. And I'm sure you've been in a situation where you hit an errant shot and maybe you hit it out of bounds, and then you're thinking, oh man, not you, other golfers.
Right, yeah, talking about the other guy.
And then you start thinking, oh man, I might get a triple on this hole, or I might, who knows what's going to happen. And then you, all of a sudden, the score starts to come into play, which is the last thing you want to think about, because all you can focus on is hitting your best shot every single time.
All right, well today I communicated to myself back on the first tee about contact. I love the contact on that one, and I love the ball flight down the middle. I actually can't wait to see where that one ended up here on hole number 2. So let's go find it out. Thanks. All right, well, after the tee shot here, Greg, this is a par 5, and I have a dilemma, and I know everybody out there who golfs, not only here at Harvest Hill, but you know, that's their home course, wherever. They get to par 5s, and they have a yardage, and I know 250s right there, and roughly probably 240 yards at the most to the green. There is a hazard to clear there, but I know I can hit it. But I also know there's some perils up there, and so now my mind's racing. So help me through the thought process on how to decide what to do. Not don't tell me the shot to hit, but give me the thought process on what I should do here.
Sure, absolutely, Kevin. And this, I like this example here because it's very common, especially on par 5s, where you think, yeah, you know what, I can reach, but what are my odds? So that's what you need to do here, is just play the percentages. So you have to think to yourself, okay, I know that I can hit that shot on the green if I hit my best shot, okay? If anything goes awry, whether you pull it or slice it or you hit it short, you're going in the ravine, now all of a sudden you have disaster, the ants are gonna creep in, and God only knows what's gonna happen from there.
You're right, 3 times out of 10 it works out where you're putting for eagle, tap in for birdie, where I like your style, particularly on this hole, because of what's up there. And I'm going to think positively. I'm going to put this to a yardage that is a go-to yardage, which means anywhere between 80 and 90 yards. I love that yardage. So if I know it's 240, quick math tells me I want to hit this 150 to 160 yards at the most.
Now, the other advantage that you have in making that wise decision, Kevin, is the fact that you feel more confident standing over the ball as well. Yeah. So the likelihood of you actually hitting your target now is much greater because you feel more confident. You have a higher lofted club in your hand, and you're only going 150 yards as opposed to trying to carry 240 over a ravine with a slice.
Well, and if it even wasn't that, I mean, so many players just par 5, I just want to hit it as far as possible, and they don't think about the strategy of it and know what club that they hit well to an approach. So
sure,
yeah, I agree with you. It would, and this is why I'm going with this decision, it would take a great shot. And how often do you hit a great shot? I mean, be realistic. You don't hit great shots.
1 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I really like your decision, and I know that it's going to turn out to be a great result.
Just what I want to do.
Great decision, great implementation, great result.
All right.
Well done.
Okay. I like that one. All right. I think we're on near the pin. Good shot.
It's up there.
Well, not bad. I'm happy how the strategy worked out.
Great strategy.
Yeah, we're both putting for birdie here, so.
Now hold on one second, Kevin. The most common thing that golfers fail to do on the green and with putting is to actually do a little bit of research and development into their putt. They typically just look at it, go up, hit it, and move on. Now, you know you have an uphill putt. You can see your line there. Mine's relatively flat. It's going to slide a little bit, but I always tell my golfing students to think about a SWAT team. How does the SWAT team enter the room? One guy goes to the right, one guy goes to the left. So you're covering both sides of the room, okay? Now, see, I didn't even notice this from as we were walking down, but it's much more challenging because now I can see that it's downhill. Okay, so it's gonna slide and it's gonna run on me, okay?
Yeah.
Now, if I would have looked at it only from behind the ball, I may not have picked up on that.
Right.
So it's extremely important to make sure that you're looking at it from both sides. Now, here's another thing that you're going to do from a mindset perspective. I want you to tell yourself that you're a great putter. So you need to believe it, you need to feel it, but most importantly, you need to implement it. So a lot of golfers experience nervousness or tension, especially on the short putts. If you tell yourself that you're a great putter, your subconscious responds to that, and more than likely, you're going to hit a great putt.
Okay.
Okay?
I am a great putter. Okay.
Not a bad roll. Okay?
No.
A little more follow through, but you had the line, died a little bit short, but you got a nice tap in for your par. Because of your phenomenal course management strategy, leave the hole, on to the next one, very satisfied, all positive thoughts.
Hey, we're going to go to break, but we're not going to break till you convert this.
And I am also a great putter, by the way. Oh! Almost.
2 great pars. Take that in this hole any day of the week. All right.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Much more golf with Greg Liberto and his great golf brain here on Tee to Green.